Hello everybody, my name's Richard from R Symons Electric Vehicles, or RSEV, and this is the second episode of kind of behind the scenes of what happens here as electric vehicle dealers. And it was really useful to read the comments off of the first video. So before we get stuck into episode 2, let me just give you a bit of feedback on what we're taking on from that comments and feedback off of episode 1. Camera shake, trying to sort that one out. I turned the stabilization off from the first one, so hopefully got some improved camera shake. But of course, with this style of film, we have to just grab the camera and it's going to be a bit more dynamic and move around anyway. We've got a new directional microphone now that Gint wanted to splash out on, because when you're filming bits ad hoc and you don't have time to sync up microphones, this is going to be better now, hopefully. It's a better sound quality, but more really with the content. And I think what you'll see is, if we follow episodes, you're going to see the course of some of the cars. Now, we can't really cover every car because you know, there's lots goes on here, as you can probably see just from a glimpse of just some of the stuff that goes on here. But we're hopefully in these episodes be able to see at least some of the cars. You follow their progress through as we do some refurbishment work on them, and then eventually go from taking them in, refurbishing them, selling them. So you'll see some of that in this episode. You'll also see a bit more about, for example, in this episode we'll cover a bit more about how some of the wheels are refurbished, because some go from a bit powder coated, some are painted here, some just have very light smart repairs. So we'll show you a couple of those here in this episode coming up. And then going forward, again, we'll keep taking on board comments, and we perhaps try and have a sort of main theme or main car of that week, and it might vary from doing refurbishments, valeting, some of the sales process. It might be to do with how margin VAT's calculated, and some of the accounting side sometimes, you know, a bit more of a theme or progress that we'll track through each week. It makes it kind of hard to tie in and film. Well, not so much film, but editing, so Gintz has got his work cut out. So we'll keep trying, but we do want to keep this kind of non-scripted. We do want to keep it real and fluid, and just a bit of a behind the scenes and transparent look at what goes on here. So again, we'll do our best, we'll learn as we go. Thank you for watching. It was really good to read the comments that you'd like to see more of this, so we'll keep them going. So let's get stuck into episode 2, behind the scenes of RSEV, and let's just wind back to Monday morning, where it kicked off really busy, but later in the morning I had a bit of a walk around and a catch up of what was going on. This nice Model S long range performance, I was seriously loving this car. I took it home the weekend, thought I might keep this one, I might hang on to it. Nope, sold it already. So that's going. Sorry Jens, I'm not going to keep that one. Great example, just having the new headlights fitted now as well. I had the DRL failures, which is quite common on the facelift Model S's. So they've been changed now to brand new headlights, thanks to Tesla Mobile Ranger. So this is really good. This is a good example of how Tesla service works at the moment. I booked this on the app on Saturday. I booked my own appointment for Monday morning to have this done. Lo and behold, it's being done a few hours later. You might have seen on some socials, I've been moaning at Hendy Kia and there's Hendy Renault as well. You just can't get stuff booked in for weeks and weeks and weeks. I don't know what's going on with some manufacturers, but it's been a real pain. Right, I had a test drive on this Model Y already this morning. And remember the other grey Model Y, we needed to do a little bit of paint on the tailgate. That's happening at the moment here. And there's a little scuff on the front bumper down here. That's both being done along with another Model Y, which had a little bit of paint repair because it's just some peeling lacquer on the front. So that's been done. This is all part of the prep process. We're having another charge point installed here to replace a Rolex unit we had that was many years old, the Rolex unit. So that's going in at the moment. There's a wheel off this one as we get that wheel refurbished, so we put a spare wheel on in the meantime, just so the car can just stay in the showroom here. We keep a stock of spare wheels of various sorts, so we can take the wheel off and be sent off for refurbishment. So Monday mornings we'll just kind of recap what's happened to the sales at the weekend. We get the kind of team together, a bit of a team meeting about what's happening that we know of so far this week. But it's just really kicked off busy Monday morning. It's boiling hot, everyone's sweating away here. So I think we'll leave this hot warehouse, shall we, get back up to the air conditioning. Put in air conditioning in the lounge in the office here. Some of the best money I've ever spent, and of course it's powered by the solar, which is making it hot. Right, let's go and finish the edit for last week's Gintz. So it's a bit weird because people would have already watched that one, but we've got to do that now. Last week's video was a bit shaky at times because someone turned off the stabilisation on the camera by mistake. Probably me. I'll take the blame for that. However, we're going to obviously make sure it's on the camera. We're also going to get a better microphone, so a directional microphone. So again, money for equipment. You always want to buy stuff, Gintz.
Not really.
Look at all the stuff you've got.
Not really.
You've got all the stuff you've got.
Not much.
Okay, how can we stabilise this one from last week?
Well, there we go. I just checked on the stabilizer on it. You can hear it's stabilizing frames by frame.
Okay.
And we'll see. Sometimes it comes out great. Sometimes not good.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
All right,
So we'll see what he's going to be able to do.
if you're commenting that last week's one was a bit shaky, we're going to address that and improve the sound, okay? If you like the format of the video and what happens, then we'll keep those going. Get on, boys. So get the wheels off first, put these on temporarily. Yeah. Get those refurbished. Got new tyres on that by the look of it. Yeah. Okie dokie. This one's ready for handover tomorrow. Couple of walk around final checks. Make sure she's looking good. Lovely little cool mini this, photographed. Black, shiny, look at that. So it's 8 AM on a Tuesday morning. I've got some other news in a minute. The tracking is ever so slightly out. It's a bit of a bugbear of mine, so I just brought it down to Christchurch Tyres, one of the people we use for doing the wheel alignment. Do a good job here, so going to get that nipped up and then we'll get it back to unit ready for proposed handover later this week with a Model 3 long range as a part exchange. So be sad to see it go, really. It's just one of those cars. It's a really good example. White interior, perforated seats, FSD. What a nice thing it is. I mean, every time I drive one of the Raven Model S's with the steering wheel on the right hand side, it is just a really good thing. So yeah, I'd be sort of sad to see that one go, really. It's a bit of a modern classic. You can't get right hand drive anymore. Of course, right, here's Serge coming to pick me up, and then we've got some other news, so you can run me over there. Morning, Serge, how are you?
Good.
Right, so the news of what Tuesday morning is that COVID's still a thing, apparently. You weren't feeling brilliant yesterday, were you? I saw you walking around in the morning with Lemsip. Yeah. And then I wasn't feeling too brilliant in the afternoon yesterday. And then you do a COVID test in the evening? Yeah, I didn't think COVID was still a thing. No, and you're positive. Yeah, COVID, story of the week. Not very good timing, really. What's going on at the moment, so here it is. Anyway, let's go and get some cars today, Serge. So just to manage COVID isolation here, as me and Serge have got it, but we don't feel too bad, so, you know, we're happy to carry on. There's no particular rules now, but we are still aware, obviously, we don't want everyone just to be ill. Myself and Amy are actually in the high-risk category and vulnerable, so we're separating Amy into our downstairs customer lounge and isolating her. So I can only communicate through glass and phone now. Amy, where are you? And Joe's in between. Stay clear, Joe.
So I've got some breathing apparatus though.
You got breathing apparatus? Stay away from me. So Amy's now disinfected everything.
Richard, you're alive as part of the Rebel Alliance.
There's going to be some puns here somewhere, no? Did I tell you what? Are you poised for the right answer?
You carry on talking like I'm going to lamp you.
You're looking a bit shady.
When I have a good idea, you'll see the bulb illuminate. I would think you'll be waiting quite a while for that.
Standard.
Hey! You're on fire. Absolutely.
I was poised for it, so yeah.
Hey, he's got them coming out of everywhere. This is my new COVID face mask.
I feel a bit hot here, but it's just this is how we're now to communicate in the office. Yeah. Amy's in the sealed chamber of room.
Right.
Oh, there's fingerprints in the glass.
Oh, mate.
What's going on like that?
Incriminating evidence.
Glass cleaner. Me and Serge are waiting on the other end of the warehouse whilst Joe makes us a coffee so we don't go and contaminate the kitchen. I'll tell you what we can do. Let's just check the paintwork. So this Model Y had a bit of paint yesterday. There was a kind of large stone chip which then just broke the lacquer on here, and so the lacquer sort of peeled out a little bit, but that's all good now. And then bright sunlight coming through the windows, that's looking nice. And then this was the Model Y with the scuff on the corner. No, it's not that one. It's the other one over here. This one had that sort of scuff, like a car park graze in the corner. So that's been painted now, and you can see they're looking as good as new.
So just handing over a car to Dom. Got yourself a nice Model Y, long range. Been looking for a little while, haven't you?
Yeah, a couple of months now.
Been in touch, but we've managed to sort him out, which is great. He's here with Helen. They're going to go down to the beach and have a nice time at Boscombe, hopefully. Yeah. Congratulations, thank you very much.
It's nearly 11 o'clock in the morning. We're in the beautiful Wittering area just south of Chichester. Lovely location, sun's out. Another Model S long range performance coming in soon. This is going to clean up really nicely. Nice one owner example, straight from the owner. This is going to be a good one. yeah, look out for this on the website soon.
Just arrived back at the unit. Model S performance. Drove about 64 miles and efficiency was 265. Smaller wheels help with that. That would give this car a range of about 350 miles, just over.
Just come out to 1:45 in the afternoon. I'm up in Surrey now and just collected this lovely 4S. So up on the trailer, ready to go back to the showroom. Keep an eye on the website soon, rsev.co.uk.
You back?
A long day. It's hot out here as well. The car's reading 32 at some points. Yeah, I went to IKEA on the way back. I have to get some boxes. I'm moving house next week. But I got this round IKEA car park in Southampton.
I bet people were impressed with you.
It was a bit tight, yeah. Yeah, they say vans allowed.
Spiral.
Not on the spiral, no, they got a van bit, but
Tokyo drift.
it was a bit tight. Nice 4S this, yeah. A couple of little marks on the alloys here, but I think we can just tidy them up. Otherwise, it looks like it's pretty
Matrix.
much as new. There were, yeah, like I say, quite a lot of comments. People want to see how we go about fixing stuff. So if we stay subscribed and watch the videos that go, you'll see pretty much the progress of each car as it goes through. Not every single car, is probably more than we can really film, but yeah, certain cars, more project cars, we can show exactly what we do to fix them up, get them looking good for retail and up to our standards, which is, I think, pretty good, isn't it? As good as they can be, basically. Right, so remember that Model X which needed some wheel refurbs, needed cleaning up inside, it had some squeaky front bushes that we saw in the first video. That car has now gone to Tesla to have those front upper arms done. Those squeaky bushes in the front suspension aren't too uncommon. It often happens if the car actually hasn't been used that much, and certainly in summertime when it's drier, mainly the bushes get dry, suspension squeaks. So that's gone to Tesla. But we've got the wheels from it here because we keep various spare wheels here at the warehouse, so we've put some temporary wheels on that. It's gone off to Tesla to have those arms done, and these are the wheels off of the car. Well, it's one of these two sets. We've got two sets of Model X 22-inch wheels, which have some scuffs, and they need to be refurbished. This set actually isn't too bad. This set here is a little bit more scuffy. They've got quite a lot of wheel rash around the outside here. So these are now probably quite bad examples. However, they always refurbish nicely, so you'll see these by the end of the day, how different they look. We've actually replaced a couple of tyres here as well, so they've been done in the meantime. Because what we'll do here is not actually remove the tyres completely again now. They get de-beaded and then this all gets refurbished, smoothed out again and then repainted, and they'll look perfect by the end of the day. So we'll show you a little bit about what happens. But also in the meantime, we've got a customer that bought this Model 3, which is on the 19-inch sport wheels, and they are silver, the standard colour. However, they would prefer them to be in black. So no problem, we'll change the colour for you. And so we've taken the 4 wheels off of this. So we've got 12 wheels to do today, all in black. So you could probably get all them done in one day. And we've got a Model S Performance has just arrived here. That's on the go in its clean up. So I was going to show a little bit about what's going on here. Can I just interrupt? So this is where the wheel gets prepped. So any curb damage gets basically sanded and smoothed down. You can see we've de-builded the tyre here. Gets smoothed off, then all prepared and repainted, all in this handy little van. Got a paint booth at the back here. That's how it works in there. So this is stage 1, smoothing it off again. We'll see it later on, we'll come back. So it's a hot day and you're in a hot van with heat lamps.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is roasting in here. So this is Project Model X, we call it. The wheels are now been finished, they're back on the car, and obviously did a bit of tyre shine, clean off the dust from the tyres there. This is now just waiting for its final body polish, and then it's ready for photography, and here on the website. And the Model 3 19-inch sport wheels from silver to black, now back on the car, ready for centre caps to go on, and final prep ready for handover. That's that one done. Right, this is the Model S long-range performance we bought last week, and as I say, it's already sold now and is going tomorrow. So let me just explain then what we've done on this car in the space of 1 week, other than just sell it. So, new front headlights had to be done. Tesla do acknowledge that the headlights are a bit of a problem, and this car's only just out of its full warranty, so I did get a bit of a discount, but still over £1,000 to replace the headlights. There was a little scuff to the lower front bumper here, which I didn't notice initially, but that's now been painted, that's sorted, smart repair there. We had this wheel here, has been refurbished, so there was a couple of little tiny curb marks in here, that's now been refurbished and done. I had the wheel alignment and tracking done because it was ever so slightly out, and that kind of bugs me, so that's been sorted. It's had a full body polish now. Again, you did that yesterday, didn't you, on this car? Good, and so now we're going to get it on charge, ready for handover tomorrow, and then go about its final prep. So we just need to do kind of final polishing, valeting, just make sure it's looking really good, ready for our client coming tomorrow. Okay, and one last little thing. There's a little bit of the red dual motor badge missing here. The Sir just found the replacement. Good stuff, so we'll take this one off, clean that up, stick that one on. Seen one of these before in the flesh? Gins is empty.
Yeah. What are you showing me then? What's the point?
It's a decanter. But these come empty. The beer comes with beer. These come empty.
In America, they don't come empty. They come with gin or whatever is in there.
We'll have to put something in there. So we'll put it in our COVID-free room once we're COVID-free.
Let's look at it. It needs to shift to the right a little bit, so the whole thing needs to come out.
Yeah, so here we are after we've fixed it.
Like new.
What are we on? Wednesday, midday. Model Y Performance Blue, white interior. Very nice indeed. This has just turned up, so come all the way down from Glasgow, and the chap who we're going to sell this for. And a few bugs to wash off the front, but otherwise a lovely clean car. This will be on the website very soon. Let's get it in for clean up. This is my wife's ID3, and it's come up with a tyre pressure loss at the back here, very slow. So a little tip, I've just got some soapy water, sprayed it around, because it's a very slow leak. I was suspecting the valve, so I've left it for a little bit now, and you can see it's foamed up around the valve there, so probably just needs resealing. Hopefully as simple as that, nothing in the tyre, because these tyres on ID3s aren't particularly cheap. Are there any tyres these days? 31 degrees.
So now I'm going to show you how I picture cars. Car's aligned. Now we collect Jado's tools that he leaves everywhere. Clean up the photo bay and start picture. Picturing done. Now I'm going to upload them on my computer, do some magic, and then out to the website.
Don't worry, I'm not afraid to wash the car myself. We all get involved. Although it is my wife's car. I'll make sure that's good. What day is it, Serge? Thursday, 8 AM. No, 8:30. Thursday, 8:30 in the morning, we're at Tesla Bournemouth to collect that black Model X. That's just the other side of the glass here, which had the squeaky front suspension sorted, new upper front arms I think it's had, doesn't it, Serge? Yeah. It's not a warranty repair, wasn't it? So what was the cost, £600 odd, something like that?
Yeah. 604 or something like that.
Yeah, that's not too bad for two front upper arms. What's kind of weird with Tesla is that you don't need to go inside and see somebody and have a coffee and wait for all the paperwork and collect your car like you do with, you know, the BMW Mercedes. You just turn up with your own keys and drive it away. Yeah. The same as when you drop it off, you just park the car and leave with the keys. They'll unlock it, take it in the workshop themselves. So I love how that system works. Booking it yourself on the app, love all that.
Pretty good.
So that's all good. Right, I'm going to drive that one back then, back to the unit. And then the preparation of this car is starting to get there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost there.
We've got the wheels to go back on, final polishing. Yep. We're good in there. Right, back in a bit. If you're going to have all these nice cars inside a warehouse, you want to make sure they're insured, right? Of course you do. Especially if you're going to leave your car with somebody else, like you're giving your car to a dealer for brokerage. You really want to make sure that's insured, because your insurance, even if it's still covered, is not going to cover you, your car, in somebody else's building. You're given both the keys. So do check out that any company is fully insured. To be insured, you've got to have good fire safety records. Fire safety records includes doing weekly call point tests, and you've got to do things like emergency lighting tests, which is what we're doing this morning. And we just did a full fire drill where we assemble at the meeting point, and which actually Amy fouled that one because she was on the phone to a customer and knew we were doing tests, so didn't go out. But that's not the point. If the alarm's going off, you should go out. Anyway, fire safety checks, fire safety records, make sure they've got them. I'll just do the handover with David, but unlike normally when I'd get in the car, I can't because I've got the lurgy. So David luckily has already got a Tesla Model 3, so I'm just calling some instructions from here and explaining some of the differences between the Model S and the Model 3. You like having the two displays by the look of it.
It's fantastic.
You can see everything at one go. It's all good. So quite familiar to a Model 3. What did you want to change to a Model S? This is obviously faster, it's smoother, but what did you say?
I mean, performance.
Yep.
Yeah, the air suspension. A bit more kind of comfort, a little bit bigger, a bit more practical with the hatchback.
Would you have bought a new one if it was right-hand drive?
Yeah, I was waiting for them to come out, and then when they were like left-hand drive only, I was like, I'm not paying 100 grand for a left-hand drive car. It's ridiculous. So yeah.
This is great. You're going to enjoy it. I love these cars. I love this car. It's cool.
Let's go. Fantastic. Cheers.
Thank you,
Great to meet you.
Cheers,
Thanks very much. Have a great day.
Yeah, another happy customer. Quick review, part exchange come in, working family car, moisture in the back light. Most of these, it was a common thing, a few Model 3s got that, most of them have been replaced, but well, it's a warranty thing, we'll get that done under the warranty. There is a crack in the back glass of this, which is normally a no-no. We won't receive cars with this, but this chap who owned it before has already booked it in under his glass insurance to be replaced. So that's going to be done. We'll refurb, no problem. A couple of wheels to do here. Bit of a good clean up, no problem. Again, working family car, just taking his kiddie seat out. Really cool car this though. Model 3, long range, acceleration boost, enhanced autopilot, got the tow bar, which is quite rare to have, and the 19-inch sport wheels, and it's in grey, so not a bad little run around. In fact, probably be using this weekend and then drop it off for glass repair on Monday. Oh, this has got, by the way, a charging mat this chap put in. He's got a very large phone. You know, sometimes your phone doesn't sit side by side. This one can go sideways at the bottom if you've got a large phone. That makes sense to me. So you can still have two, or if you've got one large one across the bottom horizontally, it works. It's designed for that.
And it's only for pre-faces, because facelift cars, the new chargers are completely fine.
That's right, where you just pre-faces where you put your own mat in. Yeah. This Model 3 with some condensation in the back light here. I bought this car as part exchange. It's on my Tesla account, and I can get this changed by booking it in with a Tesla appointment. So I'm going to take a photograph of that. Now let me show you just how easy it is to book a Tesla in. Now I want every other manufacturer I've ever known, especially anyone in the Hendy group. We've had real trouble recently just trying to get a service or TPMS sensor or even wheel alignment from Hendy Renault, Hendy Kia, BMW in Bournemouth, Hendy Jaguar in Christchurch. You ring them up and there's weeks and weeks for a service appointment. I'm going to book this one now with Tesla. I've taken a picture, it's bright and sunny out here, so I'm going to go inside and book that. I'll show you how. Right, so I'm now in my Tesla app with that car selected. It's on charge at the front there, and I'm going to go to service, and I'm going to go request service, and I'm going to go to, probably going to be under exterior, headlights and tail lights. I describe the concern on water in rear, tail light, inner. Add a picture, choose photo, the one I just took outside there, uploads a photograph of that, click next, put our address, so R Symons Limited, there we go, 10 Greensway, New Milton, and then I'm going to request service, mobile service, service request submitted. So that's going to submit that, then they're going to come back to me and I can choose an appointment slot. So that will be reviewed. They're going to go, oh yeah, there's water in that light, and then I'll get a message back on the app probably very soon this afternoon, and then I can just choose my service appointment slot. So they'll check availability of the part and such like, and then that'll be it, and I'll come around here and change it. Right, so I've had the message come back from Tesla service now, so I can review the estimate, which says cost of $0 because the car's still under warranty. So I just approve that estimate for that rear tail light, and then that should take me through to scheduling. So bearing in mind now it's Friday the 8th, I can book somebody to come out on Monday. I know it's having the glass changed on Monday, so let's go for Tuesday between 8 and 12 in the morning. There we go, and I booked my own appointment, and someone's going to come here and change that, a Tesla Mobile Ranger. So how good is that? I think it's a lovely service. I really like it. Better than trying to ring and get hold of a dealer and such like, so it's all good. So if you have a look at this wheel, it's just got one very small little scuff on it here, really minimal. So we don't need to get the tyre off or do a full refurb, we don't have to de-bead it. You can actually just get that blown in and just touched in if it's a very small mark like that. And there's a very clever chap called Clive here, and I'll show you what he does. One of the cars that sold this week was the Polestar. It's kind of interesting, this one. So this car, Gints behind the camera there was up in Wolverhampton, I think you were, Gints, delivering a car. We had a backload lined up which fell through, and you were going to get the train back. But train was something like £120 and 4 trains to get back from Wolverhampton here to New Milton. So rather than do that, I actually went in the trade and bought this Polestar. It was in good condition, doesn't need anything doing. Sounds a bit of sort of exuberant way, but to buy this, travel back in this rather than get a train, you know, £33,000 return journey. However, didn't need anything doing. Nice clean car. We just sold it this week. Made a little bit of profit on it, and so therefore much better than getting a train. So buying a Polestar is cheaper than getting a train, I think, is what we've just learned. So that's the UK trains. They're really expensive. Can the viewer answer a question? Maybe we need to show it to the charger. So do a little overlay of the charger. This charger will charge nearly every car except for Model 3s and Model Ys.
Yeah.
Why does it not want to communicate with that? Maybe a viewer can answer that.
No problem. Thanks, Joe.
Any questions, give me a shout, email me or phone me. We'll send you some stuff via email about hints and tips and how to get the most out of it. But if after a week you've got a bullet point 20 clippers, just fire it across and I'll have it.
Thanks again.
Perfect.
Cheers.
Take it easy.
See you later.
Thanks a lot.
Take it easy.
Kids, what is going on here? Look.
What's happening?
Electric vehicle showroom.
They downgraded his Tesla. This window is easy to open, isn't it?
So just before we finish the episode, the Model Y that you saw us collect in episode 1, that's now sold. This is the one with a bit of paint down here, did a couple of things. But one thing I wanted to correct on this, so this is the one which got a couple of little scratches in the back glass here. And when I rang Autoglass in episode 1, Autoglass quoted over £3,000 for this. Got hold of Tesla and actually got a quote directly from them, £850. So Autoglass 3,000, Tesla I think a very sensible, reasonable £850 for the back glass on that. Anyway, it's actually now sold and it's actually going to go as it is. It's going to be parked here for a couple of weeks whilst they gather their funds together, which I wouldn't normally do, but in this case, lovely people, YouTube followers, and I said okay in this case. So there we have it. Buy your glass from Tesla directly, not from Autoglass. Is this why insurance is expensive? Because insurers are spending £3,000 of Autoglass to repair a section, and you could just get it done directly by Tesla for a lot less. Security. Right, well, that's the end of episode 2, so I hope that was useful. It's a Friday afternoon now. It's been a scorcher of a week this week, so this is all filmed in the first week of September. A very hot week, as I'm sure if you're in the UK you're aware. We had temperatures up to 32 degrees, 90 Celsius, so it's been a hot one. But you've seen there, you know, the work we have to do on some of the cars. Some cars come straight in and go out, but some cars have to have a little bit more work to restore them up to the condition that we like them to be in. I think we do set some pretty high standards. We want to make sure, although a car's a used car, it's as good as it can possibly be. And you know, nearly everyone who buys a car, it's probably the most expensive purchase of the car they've ever made, and so we've got to make it as good as it can possibly be, and that's what we strive to do. And again, we'll keep learning. We saw there a couple of cars that we came in episode 1 have now been sold and handed over. So you've seen a bit of, you know, the beginning to end process of a couple of the cars there as well. And like I say from the intro, we'll just try and maybe have a bit of a theme or a bit of a focus on one car during the course of each week, but with lots of the other bits going on, just as things happen. We've got to keep this fluid and a bit of a behind the scenes glimpse here at RSEV. So make sure you're subscribed. We'll get better and better at this. Thanks for sticking with us, and thanks for all the positive feedback. It really makes a difference, so really appreciate all your nice comments and feedback that we do get. And it's always great when customers, you know, people that watch these videos do come and actually buy and sell cars through us, and we get to meet them in person. Had a few of them this week and it's fantastic. So all those customers, thank you very much. All the viewers, see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.